Have you ever snapped two Lego bricks together and wondered, how are these tiny plastic blocks made so perfectly? Because here's something incredible. A Lego brick made today can still connect perfectly with a Lego brick made decades ago. That means factories must manufacture every single piece with almost unbelievable precision. We're talking about machines so accurate, they work within tolerances smaller than the width of a human hair. And the crazy part? Modern factories produce millions of Lego pieces every single day. Tiny bricks, minifigures, wheels, windows, thousands of different shapes and colors, all moving through giant automated factories at incredible speed. Today, we're going behind the scenes to discover the real truth about how Lego bricks are made. From tiny plastic pellets, to high-pressure molding machines, to robotic sorting systems, and finally, the colorful Lego sets we know around the world. And trust me, some parts of this process are way more advanced than most people expect. Let's begin.
Introduction. Lego bricks may look simple, but they're actually precision-engineered products. Every brick must fit perfectly. Not too loose, not too tight. Because if the dimensions are even slightly wrong, the pieces won't connect properly. And that's why Lego factories are extremely advanced. Inside these factories, computers, robots, and high-speed molding systems work together almost non-stop. But here's something many people don't realize. Lego bricks are not carved or cut from plastic. They're created using a process called injection molding. This process transforms tiny plastic pellets into perfectly shaped bricks in just seconds. So how does a tiny plastic pellet become a finished Lego piece? Let's break the process down step by step.
The beginning, the raw materials. Everything starts with tiny plastic pellets. These pellets are the raw material used to make Lego bricks, and they're not ordinary plastic. Most Lego pieces are made using a special material called ABS plastic. Why ABS? Because it's strong, durable, shiny, and extremely precise. It also keeps its shape very well over time. That's important because Lego bricks must connect perfectly for years. Now imagine millions of tiny pellets stored inside giant containers. These pellets are transported through tubes and pipes into the production machines automatically. At this stage, the pellets are still plain raw material. No brick shape yet, no color, nothing recognizable. Next, the pellets are mixed with color pigments. This is how Lego creates bright reds, blues, yellows, greens, and hundreds of other shades. Factories must control the colors very carefully, because Lego colors must stay consistent worldwide. After mixing, the pellets move into giant injection molding machines. And this is where the real transformation begins.
What happens next? Injection molding. Now comes one of the most satisfying parts of the entire process. Inside the machine, the plastic pellets are heated until they melt into thick liquid plastic. The temperature becomes extremely hot, hot enough to completely melt solid plastic within seconds. Then, the molten plastic is injected into steel molds under very high pressure. These molds are incredibly detailed. Each mold contains the exact shape of the Lego piece being produced. And here's something amazing. The molds are engineered with unbelievable precision. Even microscopic mistakes can ruin how the bricks connect. Once the liquid plastic fills the mold, the material cools down very quickly, and within seconds, a solid Lego piece is formed. The mold opens, and the finished brick drops out automatically. Now imagine this happening over and over again at extremely high speed. Some machines can produce thousands of pieces every hour, and many factories run 24 hours a day. Pretty incredible, right? But the process still isn't finished, because now every piece must be inspected carefully.
How the system works.
quality control and automation. This is where Lego factories become incredibly advanced, because precision is everything. Remember, every Lego brick must fit perfectly with every other brick, even if they were made years apart. So factories constantly inspect the pieces during production. Some systems use cameras and lasers to measure dimensions automatically. Others use robotic sorting systems. If even a tiny defect is detected, the piece is rejected immediately. And the tolerances are unbelievably small. In some cases, the allowed variation is smaller than the thickness of a human hair. That's why Lego pieces feel so satisfying when they click together. The factory controls every detail very carefully. Now, here's something interesting. Most of the factory is highly automated. Robots transport materials, machines move parts between stations. Conveyor systems sort pieces by type and color. Some factories even use automated storage systems that look like giant robot warehouses. Thousands of bins move around automatically, carrying Lego parts. And honestly, the whole place feels more like a futuristic technology lab than a toy factory. But there's still one major step left: turning all these individual pieces into complete Lego sets. The final output: packaging the Lego sets. At this stage, millions of Lego pieces are fully manufactured. But now they must be organized into sets, and this process is surprisingly complex. Think about it. One Lego set may contain hundreds or even thousands of different parts. Tiny pieces, minifigures, special accessories, instruction manuals. Every item must be counted perfectly. So factories use automated weighing and sorting systems. Machines collect the exact number of parts needed for each set. Then the pieces are sealed into bags automatically. After that, the bags move into packaging lines where boxes are assembled. Instruction books are added. The final sets are sealed and labeled. Now the products are ready for shipping. And from there, the Lego sets travel to stores all around the world. From a tiny plastic pellet to a complete building set ready for someone's imagination. Pretty amazing, right? But honestly, there's even more happening behind the scenes. What's really going on inside the factory? Most people think Lego factories just make plastic toys, but there's a lot more happening. For example, temperature control is extremely important. Even small temperature changes can affect the shape of the bricks. That's why factories monitor production conditions constantly. Another hidden system is recycling. Unused plastic from production is often collected and reused carefully. Factories also test bricks for durability. Some machines repeatedly snap bricks together thousands of times. Others test impact resistance and strength. Why? Because Lego pieces are designed to last for years. And here's something fascinating. Modern Lego factories use advanced computer systems and robotics to track millions of parts every day. Without automation, managing that many pieces would be nearly impossible. So while Lego looks playful, the manufacturing technology behind it is incredibly serious. Simple comparison. Think about Lego bricks like puzzle pieces made by thousands of different factories across time. Now imagine every puzzle piece still fitting perfectly together decades later. That's basically the challenge Lego engineers solve every day. Every brick must match perfectly. Conclusion. So now you know the real truth about how Lego bricks are made. It starts with tiny plastic pellets, then high-temperature melting, extreme precision molding, robotic quality control, automated sorting, and finally, the colorful Lego sets we see in stores every day. And honestly, once you understand the process, you never look at Lego the same way again. Next time you snap two bricks together, just remember, you're holding a product made with incredible engineering precision and advanced factory technology. So what surprised you the most? The microscopic precision? The giant automated factories? or the fact that modern Lego bricks still connect perfectly with old ones? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes factory journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and join us for more amazing process explanation videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, no matter when or where it was made. And that level of precision is what makes Lego so special.